Hi Flosstube, I'm Pam. Welcome to my channel. This is someone, oh, it's the mail. Thought someone was coming in my door, but it's the mail. Because we have one of those like mail slots in your door that the mail comes through and then the dogs bark at it, which thank goodness that's not happening today, instead of a mailbox. Anyway, today is Flosstube number 38 and it's Tuesday, July 6th, and I'm so sorry I did not film yesterday. Basically I thought yesterday was Sunday and it wasn't, it was Monday, and I should have been filming my Flosstubes. It was a holiday weekend, and that's what I'm gonna blame it on. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for trying me out. And if you wanna stay a while, I'd like that. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. I have the best viewers. I'm sure everybody says that, but I really think that I have the best viewers and mostly the most fantastic commenters. You all flooded me with comments this past week that I have not been able to keep up with. I've tried really hard, but I failed, and I apologize. But I have appreciated them, and they've made me smile, sometimes chuckle a little, and thank you. Thank you so much. I love this community. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not gonna get mushy. Okay. What do I need to talk about? This is gonna be, first, a few things. There's no way I'm avoiding the dog clacking nails today. If that kind of thing drives you crazy, I'm letting you know now that there could be some, because I don't have anybody babysitting the dogs. Here comes Charlie now. Number two, this should be a fast one. I don't have a lot to talk about. I almost thought maybe I'll skip this week, but I didn't, and I'll tell you why in a sec, because I've got notes and I'm trying to go in order. Number three, I didn't even tell you what the heck we talk about here. This is a channel about cross stitch, mostly what I'm stitching, the things I've purchased, anything I know that's going on in the stitching community. If you are not a stitcher, you're welcome to stay, but you might be a little buoyed. It's gonna be one of those mornings. You might be a little bored. Your eyes might glaze over. Sorry. Okay, I got my iced coffee in my mug today. What do I want to talk about? Oh, okay. So important things we need to talk about before I jump into what I stitched on this week, which is embarrassingly little. I want to first and foremost, thank you to the folks that supported my channel through my Buy Me a Coffee link this past week. Thank you to, I had an anonymous and Barbara / Nutmeg Street Quilting. Barbara, do you have a Flosstube? I should check that out. Not that I quilt. Quilting hurts my brain. Thank you to Jean and Jerry Joe and Karen. Thank you guys so much. Flowers this week are beautiful. Thank you. I have a Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description box. And if you would like to support my channel, there's no obligation to do so at all, ever. But if you enjoy the video and you want to support my channel, you can just click on the Buy Me a Coffee link. And basically you're helping me fund my fresh flowers in my background. And then if there's a little extra, I may buy a fancy floss or an actual coffee. But I think I've been starting to think about Flossmas. I know that seems bizarre, like it's July, but I'm thinking ahead to Flossmas. So some of my Buy Me a Coffee extra, if there is some, may start going towards my Flossmas plans and what I'll be doing for you guys in December. Gals, guys, gals, folks. I like to say folks because it covers everyone. Okay. Next up is this Thursday, July 8th at 7 p.m. is the next Hawk Run Hollow Stitch Together Zoom. So if you are stitching a Hawk Run Hollow, any of the patterns by HRHST Samplings, and you want to join in on the Zoom, we've been having a good time with it. We meet twice a month And yeah, all you have to do, and you only have to do it once, even if you can't make it this time, but you think that you might make it next time, or you're stitching a hawk run hollow and you want to get the emails that have the Zoom link, fill out there's a Google form in the description box that says, because there's 2 Google forms in the description box. One of them it will say it's a hawk run hollow, sign up. And the other one is my Happy Mail form, in which you fill it out so that you can get things mailed to you if I have a giveaway, which I do this week. If you have any questions, if I'm not making that very clear, you are always welcome to reach out to me on Instagram. That's the fastest way to get a hold of me, is to message me on Instagram. But you can also email me. My email is in the description box below. I don't always check my Stitching in the Land of Good Enough email as often as I should, though. Fair warning. Okay, next up, no Flosstube next week. Sorry. We are having a graduation party for my youngest next week, and I am not the kind of person that multitasks very well, and I only have so much brain space for like one thing at a time. So that thing next week is not going to be Flosstube. It's going to be cleaning my house. I hate cleaning my house. I wish I was filming Flosstubes. But it is what it is. So I'll be with you the following Monday, which, if I look at my calendar, is, so after today, you will see me again. It's like I've never looked at this calendar before. Where the heck is it? July 19th. That makes sense, because my graduation party is on the 17th. Monday, July 19th. Okay. There were a few questions over my past 2 videos that I'm going to answer on video. There's no film here. We're all digital. I filmed an extra video last week, in case you missed it. I did a mid-year whip braid, so I don't remember now if these questions came from last week's Flosstube or the mid-year whip braid that I uploaded on Friday. This past Friday. But somebody asked me where I got the shirt that I was wearing in the mid-year whip parade video. It's a cross-stitching shirt. It has like well, technically I got it from Mary X-Ray X Stitcher because I won her giveaway. But the shirt is made by Athena, and you get Athena from Stitching Goddess Designs, and you get them from her Facebook group. And she's got a bunch of them. You can get them in a bunch of different colors, a bunch of different sizes. Mine is, I wear a 2X, so the 2XL was very comfortable on me, and I normally wear like a size 20 on top. Not that you guys, I used to sell I'm gonna be so rambly today, I can feel it. I used to sell LuLaRoe, so I'm very used to being able to tell people like, this is a 2X and it fits me this way, and I wear a size whatever normally, so that's where that came from. So anyway, you get the shirts from Stitching Goddess Designs on Facebook, and I will have a link to her Facebook in the description box below. And if I forget, let me know in the comments and I will pop it in there, because sometimes I forget things. Also, somebody asked me how long I've been stitching, which reminded me that I've had an uptick in numbers. And so there are probably a few of you, I mean, if you're like me, it is rare for me to go back and watch Flosstubers from the beginning if I'm finding them like 30 videos in. If you are finding me for the first time today, you do not have to go back and watch all my videos. I mean, that's a time commitment, and I don't expect you to do that. So if you're catching me here for the first time, I'm gonna do a little like recap of my stitching journey right here. We'll try to keep it 2 minutes or less. What time is it now? All right, okay, here we go. My mom taught me how to cross stitch sometime in the late 80s, maybe. When I was, I'm gonna guess this is not gonna be under 2 minutes long. It's not important. My mom taught me in my youth to cross stitch. I didn't really do a whole lot of cross stitching. Like I knew how it worked. I knew the basics of it. I may have stitched like a bookmark or something. But then when I was 18, I decided to stitch a project for my boyfriend at the time. And that was the first thing I ever finished and framed, and it's terrible. And someday I will drag it out from my daughter's storage and show it to you, because it's hers now. I eventually married that boyfriend. We had a child. I'm no longer married to him, but my daughter has the project because it's weird at this point for me to hang it on my wall. Like I backstitched like our initials in it, and like, yeah. So anyway, and I've been stitching ever since. I was not always been so prolific. So I was a monogamous stitcher until I discovered Flosstube, or like mainly a monogamous stitcher. So I might get like a project done a year, or sometimes I'd go through periods where I'd get a bunch of stitching done, and then I'd go through periods where maybe I would only get one thing done a year. So, and then in 2018, 2019, I discovered Flosstube, and it's, yeah. Anyway, so that's the answer to that question. Also, I was asked what was behind me. So up here, this is Summer is the Sea in a Shell by Corey Badacore. It's Italian. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then this is Suffrage Act by Little House Needleworks. And that is Summer House by Bent Creek, maybe. My nose pressing is out of control. Like it's gonna turn my brain on. Okay. Also, real quick, before I show my works in progress, I know that in my last Flosstube, I think it was my last Flosstube, I talked a little bit about like how you know when a fun cross-stitching box is coming out. And so I wanted to let you know that Forbidden Fiber Co., you can pre-order their Advent box right now, or their countdown box. I don't know what they're calling it. I should have written, oh, the Yule Ball Advent box, countdown box. It's got something that you can open every day between December 1st and December 25th, whatever you want to call it. So that's on pre-order right now, and I'll have that in the description box below. It's a little pricey, but if you are somebody who's looking for an Advent box, I have never gotten one from Forbidden Fiber Co. before, but I like their other boxes. So I'm thinking I may try this one out. Okay, so now we're finally ready to talk about what I stitched on this week. I am doing a gifty July for Jolly July. I'm working on all of the things that I need to gift to people. So I didn't stitch a lot this week. I hurt my elbow skimming my pool. Actually, I first heard it vacuuming my son's room. He was away last week, and I was like, perfect opportunity to vacuum his room. And if you are the parent of teenage boys, you'll know why I probably got an elbow injury. But then I exacerbated it skimming my pool. That like drag of the net across the water was bad, but it's finally feeling good again. And I am still babying it a little. But it meant I didn't get a lot of stitching done this week. But I did on Sunday get out the Temperature Tree by Stitch and Mommy that I'm doing this year. I'm doing it on 16 count white Aida. And I got the June branch finished. So here's the whole thing so far. I'm stitching the tree in Gentle Arts Wood Trail, and then everything else is DMC. And you stitch, the leaf is stitched according to the high temperature of the day. And this is all the temps. Goes from hot down to cold. And we had some hot. So this branch right here is the June branch. So a lot of yellows and oranges and reds. Definitely has been a hotter month than the other ones preceding. And then down here, these really dark reds, those were some not fun days. And then I got a little bit of July stitched, and it immediately, we went from like holy mackerel to like I need to wear a sweater. There's been no in between this summer. You're either like melting or you're shivering. It doesn't make any sense. But today it's warm. And when I'm done filming, I'm gonna sit out by the pool. Today and tomorrow are pool days because the rest of the week is going to be yucky. I only show my temperature tree once a month because, I mean, I don't think anybody wants to see 7 leaves every week. So you will not see it again until the first Flosstube of August. Okay, then I get out the ornament. All right, slow down, Pam. Then I get out the ornament that I'm stitching for my sister-in-law. And this is the chart. It's a kit that you can get from Satsuma Street. I imagine you can get these kits from your L&S's, but I get mine from her Etsy shop directly. And it came with the floss and the perforated paper and the beads and all that jazz. And I have a stitching finish. It's not a full finish. It's not a 100% finish because I have not done the beading yet. But I got all the stitching done. It's super cute. It's super cute. There is a mistake up here in the Y, somewhere in here, I made a mistake, but my sister-in-law is not gonna be able to tell. Like it should have an edge of green over up here, but the red comes all the way up to the edge. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I love it so much. I kind of wish it was mine. I don't usually use needle minders, but I have to on the perforated paper because I can't like leave my needle in the paper. That would not be good. So I have to put the beads on and then it gets cut out, and I don't know what you put on the back, like sticky felt. Do you glue fabric? I honestly kind of want like a printed paper on the back. I don't know how that, has anybody done these? How do I finish it? I think I'm stitching 3 of these ornament kits. And I think what I'll do is when all 3 are fully stitched, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna bead all of them at the same time. And then I can't decide whether I'm going to wait till closer to Christmas to fully FFO them, or if I'm going to do them now and just know that they're done. I don't know. Anyway, I finished that. So I got out the next one, which I am stitching for my daughter, and it is Goth Moth. And I realize that it's a Halloween ornament, but she loves moths. And I think she will appreciate this as a Christmas ornament. I need to hold this up against something. There we go. Whew, that pops. So it's being stitched on black perforated paper. I apologize for my dangling thread. But yeah, these stitch up fast. I love it so much. I am a little nervous that I don't have enough room up here. So I should have like gone up here and seen, I think I started it a little higher than I should have. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So I'm hoping to get this done tonight. And that's it. That's all I have. I gotta open my notes back up though. That's it. This is gonna be, I think, under 30 minutes. And that's okay, because there's a lot of Flosstube out there to watch. So if I have a short one this week, that's more videos you can watch from other people, right? Mm-hmm. All right, that just leaves the giveaway. So last week I was giving away this adorable little bird. I have no idea what it's called. Maybe it said, does that look like it could say chickadee in Russian? I probably could have Google translated it, but I don't know how to play with that. Anyway, I was giving this away. This giveaway was sponsored by mybobbin.com. It's adorable, and I don't want to give it away, but I am. It's being given away. So I asked you to use bird in last week's video in the comments in order to enter, and 51 people were interested, and the winner was Eugene and Carrie. I'm gonna absolutely ruin this last name. Bartashek? I think that's right. Congratulations, Carrie. Yay! So that'll go out in the mail. And then this is this week's. Do you guys, it's a little gnome. It's so cute. I can't even. He's so cute. I'm trying to like come up, he needs a name. His name is Herbert. Anyway, okay. If you would like to win Herbert, here's what you need to do. Number one, you have to fill out my Happy Mail form in the description box below. You have to do it. If you comment to win this, you have to do it then. Like you can't do it. I mean, you can, but you can always fill out my Happy Mail form whenever. You only have to fill it out once. You don't have to fill it out every giveaway. But if you only have to fill it out once, but if you have a change in like your YouTube name or your address or your email address or anything like that, do it again. And I'll always pick the most recent one in the Google form. So you have to do that. You have to be 18 in order to fill out my Happy Mail form. So you have to be 18 to be entered. And you have to use the word gnome in the comment below, and don't use any like giveaway words. Don't use giveaway or win or prize or anything like that. So use the word gnome in your comments below. Super cute. All right, that leaves me almost done. I'll do a little bird update. I don't have any life updates because all I do is watch birds. So if you are not into birds and you want to scoot out here, I'm going to talk about birds for probably the next 3 minutes and then we'll be done. I thought that my Orioles had disappeared for a little while there, but they're back. Like I have a lot of juvenile Orioles at my feeder right now. So I'm thinking I was correct in that the nest that must have been close by fledged, and now all the little youngsters are at my Oriole feeder all day long. My hummingbird feeder, I got a new hummingbird feeder. I think I mentioned this last time. And it's not like a canister. It's not like a tube. It's not a cylinder. It's flat, like a donut. It's got like a hole in the middle that has like a water moat so the ants can't like get at the actual like nectar. And then it's got like a little ring around it so the little hummingbirds can sit and casually drink from it. And I have been getting a lot of action at it, especially when I showed my temperature chart, those days where like it was sweater weather. I had a hummingbird that pretty much just lived on the feeder and drank from it all day. It was rainy, it was yucky, it was super cold, and I was happy to have a little feeder for it. I am having a bit of a starling and grackle problem though, and I don't mind feeding the blackbirds, but there's bullies and they're keeping the other little birds away. So I don't know how to handle that. If you have any like how to keep, I don't mind the grackles so much, but the starlings make me crazy. So if you know how to keep starlings away from your feeder, share the tips. I appreciate it. Okay, that's all I have. And again, I won't see you next week. I'm a little bit sad about it, but that'll be extra stuff for me to talk about on the 19th. Probably not though, because I'm going to be cleaning my house and not stitching. Boo, I hate that. Okay, that's all I have. I will see you guys next week. Stay safe and healthy, and I hope that you get to do all the things that you want to do this week. And that's it. Bye, everyone.